Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you how to do this adorable little treat box. Today is the first day of my 12 days of gift giving, and this is going to be the kickoff. I love it. It's so super easy, but you can fill it with just about anything. But today we are going to fill it with a little bit of love. So let's get started. We're going to start out, these are so super easy to make too, so you can give and make multiples of these. All right, so I have a piece of cardstock here that's 3.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to show you how to score it. The first thing that we're going to do is bring in our awesome paper trimmer. I took off the blade and I have just the scoring blade on here so I don't mistakenly cut where I shouldn't cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it at 3 3/4, and then I'm going to turn it and score it at 3 3/4. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it the long way, and in between these two pieces right here, I am going to score between here and here. I'm going to score it a 1/2 inch. All right, so we're going to bring this over to the 1/2 inch mark. I love this trimmer because it's got such a huge bed on this side, so it gives me a whole lot of room to just lay everything flat. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go over here to a 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to score in between those two lines. Now what I want to do is to take my Grand Pro shears, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to cut from the edge to that first line right here. So I'm going to cut right there and right there. I'm going to turn and I'm going to cut right there and right there. So that is the whole reason for this little guy right here. All right, for this little score mark. I'm going to take and I'm going to pop those in there. Now this is really important because when we score, we want to stop right at that little mark right there. So what I'm going to do now is to find the middle of this, and that's at the 1 3/4 inch mark. So I'm going to bring this in and go over to the 1 3/4 inch mark right here. And on the top and the bottom, I'm just going to grab a pen. On the top and the bottom, in this little well is the 1 3/4 because I lined it up with the 1 3/4 and the 1 3/4. So that's halfway in between this part right here. All right, does that make sense so far? Super easy. Now, while we have it in here, we are going to line up this little mark right here and this little mark right here, and we're going to start making our tree. So what we're doing is this is the top of the tree, this is the bottom of the tree. All right, so let's just take and score that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm going to take and I'm going to line up this little line right here. Can you see that? And let's see, that line right there. And this little line right here, the inside of this little well. All right? And we're going to score it. Now we have to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we're going to take this, line up this little piece right here, and this little piece right here. Okay? And then do the same thing on the bottom, and we're done scoring those things. All right. All right, so now we have all of those all ready and scored. Okay, let's move this out of the way for just a moment. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to fold. Let's get out our crease tool right here. All right, and then we're going to fold this one. And it's really important to make sure you have some nice, good creases, so make sure you have one of our crease tools. It's large, it's got this nice handle grip on it, and it's green. Don't you just love it? Okay, all right, so there we go. We're going to fold these little guys in, make sure they're folded very well, and everything goes together so nicely. Okay, guess what, people? We are almost done. Do you see when we put it all together? How awesome that is. All right, so now what we want to do is to start putting some of our adhesive on here. So I'm going to take some white liner tape, and that's how I'm going to put this together, that and our little mini glue dots here. All right, so I'm going to take it on this part right here. I am going to put some adhesive. So let's do that first. Okay, so on one side of this, we're going to take our white liner tape and just stick that right up here. I love this. It's just our white tear tape. It's awesome. Okay, there we go. All right, so you don't have to do it to the other side. You only have to do it to one side. So we're going to do it to this side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put some on this piece right here, up at the top. Okay? Now you're going to want to get out your Blum tool, and you want to put the dental tool on there, what I call the dental tool. I'm not going to put this away because we're going to use it again, I believe. All right, so let's get out our Blum tool, and I have my little dental tool on here. This is a must for everybody, all right? So I'm going to just burnish these and take that off. Okay. See how nice that tool works? Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. All right, and then we're going to burnish these right here and just take that off there. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is to put this together. So we have some stickies on here. We have some stickies on here. And let's take and just slide this together. Okay, you've got this little V going on up here at the top. That's good. I'm going to line up this little thing right over here and this little thing right there. All right. Making sure that everything looks like it's going together nicely. Oh, and then we're going to open this up because we don't want to go any farther without putting our treats inside. All right, and you can put anything that you want. If you were going to put something a little bit bigger than fits in this hole, just put it in before you adhere it together. All right, so there's my little treats for the inside. All right, now our top is done. Okay, you see how that's done like that. Now what we need to do is to go down here at the bottom and just trim off these little guys right here. All right, so we're going to take our Grand Pro shears and just line them up and just trim those off. So now it lays nice and flat and it's nice and beveled. All right, I don't know if beveled's the right word. It's nice and even now. All right, so now our box, believe it or not, is done. That's all there is to this, that one square piece of paper. Now it is time to embellish, and that's the part that is absolutely adorable. So let's start with our ribbon. I took about 24 inches of ribbon. I'm going to take some of our white tear tape again, and I'm going to go right down the side of it. All right, I like this little divot in there because it kind of holds my ribbon right in place. I'm going to take and just non-stop, all the way down, all the way through the middle, all right, is my tear tape, all right, and then just end up at the top here. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so there's that. Let's get that on there nice and sturdy. Let's grab our Blum tool here and just lift it up. There we go. All right, and just pull our tear tape. I'm going to find the middle. I think I have about 24 inches of ribbon here. That probably is a little bit too much, but better to have too much than not enough on this. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay the middle of this on the middle of the bottom, getting it pretty centered, and then working my way around here and up to the top. All right, so here we go. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Isn't this so easy? You could be making gazillions of these. All right, so there's that. I actually have a downline meeting, and this is what my gift is going to be. Isn't that so cute? All right, so let's just tie our gorgeous little bow right here, and that part of it's done. Alrighty. And this is our red satin tape, or red satin ribbon. All right. I love it. And it just makes this look so elegant. You could decorate this any way that you want to, but I just love the way this looks. All right. Now, let me just show you another thing. This is the front of my box, and the reason I say that is because there's no seam right here. So when you're going to decorate it, you don't want the one that has the seam showing right here and here. So what it looks like is it looks like it's going in, okay? So all of this is nice and smooth. Alrighty, so there's that. Now let's just take and fluff it and cut my ribbon. I just like to fluff, all right? And we can play with this as much or as little as we want, but all right, let's take our Grand Pro shears. These are a definite. So if you're looking for a gift that somebody wants to give you or you want to give to somebody, this is an excellent holiday gift. You can also get gift certificates from me. So don't forget to hop on over to my blog and get all the details. All right, same for all of these directions. All right, we have free PDFs, just so cute. All right, so far so good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do all of our little trimmings right here. Now I took my Timeless Foliage steel rule die. I love this. Steel rule dies are nice because you can take and you can do multiples of things. So I can do 5 of these at once. I just put a sheet of paper on there, and then what I do is I just keep all these into one of my little storage pouches because Journey Blooms has the best storage ever. So I have a bunch of these, all right? Again, done with my Timeless Foliage steel rule die. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so let's just take a couple of these, and I'm going to take the smaller ones. So I'll keep the bigger ones for another project, but I'm just going to cut off some of these little guys right here. And that's the beauty of this also. You know, you can use as much or as little as you want, but I just save all of these. All right, so we're going to take some of those. We're going to take our Journey Craft Glue. All right, and just glue those on there. So let me grab my Journey Craft Glue, and while that's drying, we're going to do our little bells. All right. All right, so let's just lay these on there and let them start drying. Okay. So far, so good, you guys. You're doing great. All right, stick with me. Now, I need to do my bells. So these are the Journey Blooms bells, okay? These are they're called mini jingles, all right? You get 50 of these in a container. I love them. So I'm going to just take 3 of these. I took some of our Journey, this is the natural twine right here, and this is a cute little tip. These are dental flossers, but I'm not using them for my teeth. I'm going to actually use them for my bells. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put the floss, my thread through the floss like this, and then I'm going to thread these right through them. All right, so then I don't have to sit there and, you know how some people like, lick the thread and then hand it to you? Ew! This works so much better. All right, so just take your dental floss and thread it through there. All right, you don't have to keep taking it off like I am. I'm not sure why I do that, but anyway. All right, so here's this, and here's this. All right, so now I got all 3 of them on there with absolutely no problem at all. And then I just take my floss and put it back into the little container, because that's the container it came in, and then I just put it into my grab-and-go bag, and we're all set for the next time, okay? Perfect, perfect, perfect for a crafter. Now I'm just going to take and tie one little knot onto these so that they don't go flying around anywhere. All right, so those are ready to go when I do my twine. Now I'm going to take my, again, my natural twine and my candy apple twine, and I'm going to make a fork bow. And you can do as many of these as you want. So I'm going to just take my pick. I think I'll go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. All right, and I have a video on how to do this, so if you just want to hop on over to my YouTube channel, you can see how I do my fork bows. But I'm going to do about maybe 5. I want it to be nice and full. 1, 2. I'm just wrapping it around my pick. 3, 4, and I'll do 1 more. Okay, so now I'm going to take and just cut this off. This is how fast these are. I'm telling you, it's so cute and so fun and really fast. Okay, now what I need to do is to just finish this one off by going through the middle bottom and then up through the top. Here we go. Okie dokie. Grab the 2 of those, and we're ready to go into the home stretch. Kind of pull it down toward the bottom and then just tie as tight as I can. I just tie once, I don't tie twice, all right? But just tie as tight as you can. Check to make sure it's nice and tight on the front. This one's a pretty thick one, so, all right? So here's that. I'm gonna slide that off of my, pick, and then I'm gonna take my bells and wrap them around also, okay? So that's gonna just kind of double tie this in another knot here. All right, and we're almost done. All right, here's this. But remember, you have to stay with me because we got to do the base yet. The base it's all about the base. You know, you can just leave it like this. Okay, you can just leave it like that, and it's cute. But to make it look like a real tree, I'm gonna show you how to make the base to go along with it because it's all about the base. All right, so I just tied that as tight as I could, and now I'm gonna take and I'm gonna fluff. All right, just fluff these up. And you can make them as fluffy as you want. And we can fuss with these later, but there we go. See, by making them really, 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 really thick, they're just cute. All right. All right, so there's that. Now, what I'm going to do is to put some more of my Journey Craft glue on here. I'm going to tell you this is the best glue ever. And I had several people say to me when they just bought it on the sale that they are so glad that they invested in the craft glue because they love it. All right, so we're there. Now all we need to do is to finish it up with our base. Now we can put a little tag on there also, but for right now, we're not going to do that. I'm going to show you how to do the base, all right? So the base is cut. I did this with the cocoa powder, and I just did a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 inch sheet, and then I scored it at 3/4 all the way around, all right? So I scored it here, 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 and here. Now let's take our Grand Pro shears. Absolutely ask for these for Christmas, for the holidays, birthday. You need to have these. These are the ones that don't stick. Nothing sticks to them. I'm never using like Glue Gun or anything like that to unstick them. So what I did was, going in the same direction, I cut here and here and here and here. Do not cut here and here or you'll cut all the pieces off. All right, so let's just grab our folder here. All right, you want to get them nice and straight. All right, there we go. Then we're going to do this side. You're going to do all the different sides. All right, and then these sides right here. And the middle one right here. All right, you want to make sure that you get these really, 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 really folded well. All right, and I think we have one more side. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to go right around in a circle and trim. It just makes it so much easier when you're putting it together. It just gives it a more finished look. So what I'm doing is just going in a circle. All right? There we go. Like I said, it just makes it look much more polished off at the end. All right, so here we go. See how I just kind of cut it into a circle? And now what we need to do is to put this together. So I'm just going to take some more of my Journey Craft glue. You want to make sure you get close to the seams, all right? Because that's what's really going to hold it together. And this is the bottom of our base, so you really want it to hold nicely, all right? It's cute, tiny, and little. You can make these bigger if you wanted to, but I think this is perfect for our sweetness inside. All right, so now we're just going to take and put these in, so that the triangle actually goes on the inside of the box. All right, just like this. And, all right, and I'm just going to sit here and hold it for just a few seconds while they dry. And that's how fast it is right there. All right, so it's still a little wet, but not bad. It's still, we can put it together. I just kind of push the insides of it here. Okay. And now we're going to take this. Isn't that so cute? You want to put it in relationship to what this looks like. You know, you don't want it wider than your base because it'll stick out. This way here, it's just a tad bit smaller than that part right there. Isn't that cute? All right, let's take that Journey Craft glue, making sure you have some of this, all right? Put it onto your base, all right? Now remember, the bottom of this, okay, is open. That's our open box part, all right? And now what you're going to do is you're just going to take and lay this onto the bottom, kind of center it all the way around, and just let it set there. And you are done. And that's what our box looks like. Isn't that stinking cute? I'm telling you right now, you can take and make hundreds of these because they go together that quickly. If you have any questions, you let me know. All of these products you can buy on my website, okay, at www.funstampersjourney.com/Deb Valder. And all of the products are listed below. You can click right on there also. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care and keep stopping back. 21 or 12 days of gift giving. All right? Take care. Have a great day. Thank you.